long pull round. There it is. Happy days. We're just getting straight on with it. Right then guys, welcome to another episode of Hooked. My name's John Murray and I'm an angling addict, and today I'm back in the WICAC 45th Anniversary Championships down on the Great OUSE at Littleport. Now I don't know a great deal about this river, but what I do know is it's predominantly small fish, skimmers possibly up to about 10 ounces. Apparently there is the odd big tension here, but we can't really count on catching one of those, and I'm not sure I'd get it out even if I hooked one. I'm going to keep everything really simple today. I'm going to fish a 13 metre pole line. On that I've got a 2 gram carper river float set up. I've also got a feeder set up, which is an 11-foot feeder. We've just got a 1 ounce tip in. There's barely any flow on this, if any. It tends not to flow, I don't think, unless they actually run it off through the sluices. So fortunately for us, that's not happening today, so it's pretty much stood still. It's quite breezy out here, and it was very, very cold yesterday. First cold day we've actually had in a long time, so it felt more like winter, but today it's a little bit nicer, able to sit out just in a hoodie, and it's quite pleasant. The only other thing I've got set up is the whip. I've set that up to 4 metres to hand, and I've just got a 0.4 gram slim river style float on that, strung out, and I've probably got around about 8 or 9 foot of depth at 4 metres to hand. At 13 metres I've got around 12 to 13 foot of depth. Bait wise I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to approach it, so I think what I'm going to do is err on the side of caution, put about 6 feeder loads out on the feeder line, come in, put 2 to 3 balls of ground bait, lace that with pinkies, a few maggots, some casters and hemp, and on the inside whip line I'm just going to loose feed pinkies and little nuggets of ground bait and just see what fish come along. Right, remember guys, if you enjoyed the videos, give them a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an episode every time I upload one. Okay, let's have a look at the bait tray. So we've got all the usual baits: casters, big red maggots, fluoro pinkies, hemp, dead reds. We've got a few tears to try on the hook, and I've got me old faithful tub full of worms, and we'll chop a few of those up, but I'm just going to see how it goes to start with, fishing the normal maggot and pinky hook baits and potentially caster. For the ground bait I've got Pro Natural Dark, and it's got some brown crumb in there, so it's a cereal based mix, and I'm going to use that both through the feeder and for cupping in on the pole line. Okay, we're about 5 minutes out from the start, so I'm going to form some balls up ready to cup in, get the feeder rod in hand, get ready so we can get some bait in this swim. Stay tuned. Right, so I'm just going to pop in 6 feeder loads with dead reds and pinkies to start with. I may swap this feeder out to a window feeder when we get fishing. I probably will. Probably put a 30 gram window feeder on because it's pretty deep. Just want to get some bait in the swim. So cupping out today is a little bit awkward because I'm literally onto an armcore barrier behind me. So if I put the pole any further back, try and put the cup on at 2 sections, the pole would be in the middle of the road and that'd be bye-bye pole. So it's a bit awkward trying to put the cup on. My goodness me, the wind's quite strong as well, so I'm going to get this in ASAP. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Where's this guy come from? I don't know. I'm having to wait for boats now. Check there's no more. So I'll just get an hook length on now. First chuck on the tip, it's gone round. The rowers were going over the top and I thought they'd actually caught the braid, but no, it was a really positive bite and we've got a fish on. Let's see what we've got. Oh, it's a lovely roach, lovely roach. What a stamp fish that is. I hope this boat traffic's going to calm down because it's going to get quite annoying. Got another bite, just twitching away it was. Right, so bites are coming on the drop, or as soon as it's got down basically. Another fish here, just took it on single pinky. Small roach. Another rattle pretty much straight away there. It's on. Coming very, very quickly. I'm barely even getting a chance to tighten down. I mean, they are very small fish, but then we were told to expect a lot of small fish. I think what I might do is come off this larger feeder, just put a smaller version on. So I've just swapped onto a slightly smaller plastic feeder. I don't want to give them too many loose offerings. So I think I'm just going to hang on to the rod tip here. So they're just plucking at it, but they're on. Ooh. First rudd. What a beautiful coloured fish. That's a fabulous bite. Trying to feed some pinkies down the inside. It was an instant bite, absolutely instant. It must be full of fish, this river. for the boat.
Remember, we're building any bit safe through the grass as they loose along and over the ready. Good.
Constantly waiting for boats. This is the 4th boat crew that's come past now. I suppose we are near Cambridge.
Ready. Good.
So I don't know if this is the most efficient way of fishing today. The boat traffic keeps up. I'm losing too much time waiting for them. And these fish are only small. If you don't hit the bait pretty instantly, then they'll just shred the pinky. I've got a 1 ounce tip in here, braid on, and they're half cagey little bites. Is that on? No. So, I think I'm going to have a look on the pole lines. I was hoping maybe we'd attempt a skimmer or two on this, but we can come back to it. So we'll get out long, see what's on this 13 metre line, and it's on a top 5. Rig's made up on a top 5. I've got 3 number 8 back shots above the float. Purely because it's so blustery out there. I'll keep good control of it. Get back in to get away from the boat crew. I've got a fish on. Tiny little thing. Ideally, I'd be feeding hemp over the top of this line by catapult, but the wind is just swirling around. I think really we just have to stick to cupping in. How many more boat crews is there? This is ridiculous.
Maybe your right shoulder, Sienna. There you go.
Ah, nice little silver bream. Well, the bites on the pole are instant. It certainly seems faster than being on the feeder, that is for sure. So if we can get into a rhythm, try and keep the feed going in, then it might not be too bad on this line. Just wish the wind had dropped down a bit. Lovely bite, absolute sail away. And another pommy. So this is maybe the pommy line. I'm trying to work out what to do about feeding. I think I'll just fish it out, fish the balls of ground bit out, and then the bites slow off. Then I'll introduce some more. Just feed it like that today. Wind gusts are a nightmare. This feels a bit better fish. What's this then? Oh, lovely roach. Lovely, lovely roach. That's like the first fish we got on the feeder. Isn't that a stunner? Rower. I just had a couple of drops in there, didn't get a bite, so I think I'm going to introduce the top up bowl. Still gauging how much feed to put in this swim. Well, I'll let that settle. I'm just going to have a look on the whip, see if anything's come over those few pinkies we've chucked in. It seems very slow on the whip. I had one bite which nipped the end of the pinky, so probably a very tiny fish. So I'm going to get off that and get back on the pole for the time being. See if that top up's brought us a few more fish. There we go, we've got a roach. Right, I'm just going to try caster here. I feel like there's a number of fish sat over the bait. See whether caster will sort us out a better one. There's a bite on the drop there. Just pulled the float half down. That is a fish on caster. And it's a better stamp roach. Now, if this wind drops down, I might start putting caster in over the top. Try and feed some hemp, but it's still a bit blustery to be trying to feed by catapult, and I don't want to spray it everywhere. Lovely bite, lovely bite. That's a nice fish. Quality roach on caster. That's a bonny fish. So I feel like topping up with ground bait, laced with the pinky maggot caster, is doing the job. And actually, while we're getting bites, why change it? I really want to risk spreading my fish all over the line. Right, well the pole line just seems to have gone off a little bit at the moment. It's been a bit quiet on both caster and maggot, so I'm going to go back out on the feeder, see what we can pick up on it. The only trouble is all these rowers and the boat traffic. Got to have your wits about you on here. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of tiny fish on the feeder. They're very, very shy biters. Plenty to be had though. I'm just looking at people fishing the pole up and down the bank. Nobody seems to be really bagging up. But this little feeder line's alright, you can keep putting an ounce or two in the net. I don't know if it's the right method to be on. I think the pole is probably going to produce some better quality fish. But just while it's quiet, keep this line ticking over and keep the weight going up. It was a slightly better bite that, and feels a slightly better fish. Not much. They're worth catching. Another good bite. The more you put this feeder through, the more they seem to come onto it. That's a nice quality roach. That's what we want to be catching. I'm going to drop back on my pole line, see if anything's come over my bait. Just looking at anglers down the bank. See, the pole floats don't seem to be going under with any frequency. Looks like the river is towing to my left a bit now. Not much, but just a little bit. The 13 metre line seems completely dead. I'm not seeing anybody really catch on it. So I'm going to have a look on this whip line again. Chucked a couple of balls of ground bait on it. And if there's any fish here, we'll take out what we can get. Otherwise, I think we're back on the feeder, just to pick up anything we can get hold of. There's got to be something down here now. I've just grouped the shots into a small bulk, just to get the rig down a bit faster. Left a couple of droppers below it, they're all number 10 shots. Well, the whip seems like a dead loss, so I'm going back on the feeder. I don't think it's worth putting any more bait on the pole line right now. Something may turn up over what we've already put in. But I think just pushing red maggots and ground bait through this small feeder is the best way of catching fish at the moment. Well, that maggot's absolutely shredded. It was moving the tip about 2 mil. Well, it feels like the river's completely shut down. I'm just not seeing anybody catch anything, and I can't get a bite. So I don't know whether the sun's impacting it. So I might push right across. The boat traffic's sort of eased off a bit. I might push right across to the bushes, see if there's any rudd over there. What do you know? We've got a fish. Switched out to a window feeder, pushed a bit further across. We've got a roach. Can't buy a bite on the pole now. Can't buy a bite on anything, to be honest, but the chap to my right has had a couple of fish on the pole in the last sort of 10 minutes or so. So I'm hoping that they're going to switch back on, but we'll just drop on the feeder for another 10 minutes and see if anything's come back over that line. It's turning into a bit of a struggle. Oh, well, this is looking grim. I've tried dropping a bomb over the pole line, and even that's not bringing a fish. So, the river has just shut down. God's sakes. More f***ing boats. Well, finally, got a bite on the tip. It's taken forever. It's a bleak. Got an half decent fish. Never even saw the tip move. Oh, it's a lovely road. Lovely road. Where have they been all day? And another fish. If only these had been on at the start. It was like this first thing this morning and then they just disappeared. Now they're back. Bleak. Right, well that's time guys. End of the match. That turned into a bit of a grueler. Right, we'll get packed up, weighed in, and we'll go back for the presentation. I don't know whether I'm going to film it or not, but I'll certainly put all the results up for you now. Are we taking flags back?
No, No, she should leave them.
Right.
We've got another match for the
Alright.
Mr. Murray, peg 7.
What's he weighing next to me?
No.
7, yeah.
Like you don't like it. What's going in your bag?
You're joking.
Tony's got next to me. I'll get some prickles on you.
Oh, bloody
I've got my keep net, my landing net all the time. I've got some in the net. You done this before, Mr. Murray?
Yeah.
Are you filming me and all?
Yeah.
Hey?
Are they all in?
No, I don't think so. Just check. Might be now.
I think they
No, I've assisted you.
That's it.
Got a nice roach in there.
It's a big rug, last one. I got it about 10 minutes from the end.
Did you zero it on before?
Yeah. Yep.
No, it's wrong. 10 kilos here.
No, that's
1025. Well, I think
1025.
1.025.
Kilo.
Sorry,
Thanks, Pete.
And then
Rubbish,
I'll check
wasn't it?
zero again.
It
Anyway.
was, mate.
curse again.
So there you have it, guys. Possibly my last ever WICAC and final weighing. It's certainly not one to be proud of. It's an event that I won in 2007 on the Thames, and it's full of prestige and heritage, and something that I look forward to every year. Yeah, 46 individual, not happy with that. 13th out of 15 in the section. I just feel like I let the team down, but you know, it was so hard in the middle of the zone. I don't know how much more I could have done. The fish just didn't seem to be there. They would come along in little dribs and drabs, and then I was just scratching around, struggling for a bite. So that's maybe it for the water industries, but rest assured I'll still be fishing river matches. Right guys, thanks for watching, and until the next one, tight lines.